Yeah, I don't know if that leads us into talking about stable coins, because that's actually what I want to try to pull money from Acorns and put it into in order to have a more secure uh, emergency fund.
Good segue.
Stable coins. That's a good thought there. I've been looking at it. USDC definitely yields a lot more than any bank, that's for sure. So Danny, what are stable coins?
Stable coins are a cryptocurrency that theoretically should always be worth about $1 US. So when you buy it, it'll cost you $1 US, and you'll have one stable coin at that point. And if you ever want to sell it back into regular dollars, it'll be worth $1 is the goal around stable coins. And there's a bunch of stable coins out there, popular ones being USDT and USDC. Then there's a few other ones with sort of different goals, but they all have the same, or different ways that they're implemented, but they all have the same goal of consistently being worth $1 for each coin.
Alex, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask real quick. You can freely buy and sell these without, I guess, reporting them on your taxes or anything, right? Because you're not making any profit or capital gains or.
Right. So theoretically, when you buy it, it'll be $1. When you sell, it'll be $1. I'm not 100% sure if that trade will end up on your taxes when you do them. I'll have to double check mine because I'm about to finalize them. But you at least you shouldn't be paying capital gains or loss, or yeah, you shouldn't be having to pay taxes on those.
Or you wouldn't have any, yeah. Okay.
But it does count as buying and selling cryptocurrency. So you would have to answer yes to that question if you sold them.
Okay.
Alex, I know you've also been looking at some stable coins. Any suggestions or any ideas?
I would stay away from USDT. USDT is by Tether, and then there's USDC, which is by a combination of like Circle and Coinbase. But Tether's had some issues recently where they were advertising that they were a one-to-one backed by the US dollar. So for every USDT coin, there was also $1 in a bank account, which ended up not being true. It is backed by different sorts of assets, but there's been a couple of different accusations that they've been essentially creating Tether coins without any backing and just buying Bitcoin with them. So they're kind of caught up in some scandals right now. So if you're going to go with a stable coin, I think USDC is the way to go. There's a couple other different ones that are either backed by other assets or even like algorithmically try to keep it as stable as possible. But USDC is audited, I think, every month or every 3 months to make sure that it is truly backed by $1, and I think it's just superior right now to Tether.
Yeah, Tether unfortunately was just the first one, so it's become the most popular. But yeah, if anyone wants to get some right now, USDC, which is US dollar coin, is probably the way to go. And as Alex said, yeah, they're audited every month to make sure that they actually have the backing for the number of US dollar coins that are minted. And yeah, to cover the most important idea around why you would want to put an emergency fund in a stablecoin is that there's a lot of platforms out there that'll pay you 9% or more. One of the platforms I use, Celsius, actually pays you 10.5% per year on your US dollar coin. So instead of having your emergency fund, which people typically think of as just kind of wasting space in your bank account and taunting you to try to spend it, at least for me, put it somewhere where it's actually, a $5,000 stable or emergency fund would make you $500 a year. And so
And not only is it taunting you to want so you can spend it, but it's over time just losing value.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main thing I don't like about keeping a lot of money in, and that's why I really haven't built up my emergency fund, is because I just have a hard time seeing that much money in my bank account not quite doing anything. So, but right, those high interest. So I think I'll probably consider start to move some over, maybe slowly but surely.
And does that mean you're going to build a emergency fund that's more than $1,000 too? A little extra motivation to do that?
Yeah. I mean, and I may just keep it a third of it in USDC, possibly on Voyager, because that's the platform I have. Maybe a third in my bank account, just to have it accessible within a day or two, and then I'm not sure, maybe a third. Yeah, not haven't decided yet, I guess.